Hoosier Racing Tire is proud to be a part of the tremendous growth in popularity of racing. We started out with one goal, and over the years, it hasn't changed. We are focused on producing the best performing race tires in the world. Truly, tires designed for champions. Our key to success has been to build the best team, use the best technology, and work as closely as possible with the racing teams who are using our products. We work hard every day to provide the safest and most dependable race tires on the market. We have the only factories in the world devoted exclusively to the design and manufacture of race tires. We are excited about what we have been able to accomplish so far and look forward to what is to come in our future. I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch and listen to our American success story. In addition, I would like to personally wish you success in your motorsport adventure.
My dad was a racer, and he raced the old flathead coupes on the local tracks here in northern Indiana. Back in those days, they just took a street car, an old 40 Ford or something like that, put a motor in it, and weld the doors shut and knock the windows out, and they'd go racing. And there wasn't much equipment back then. It's just pretty much stock. And the biggest issue was tires. And my dad spent a lot of time trying to do better with tires. And he did fairly well. He was a very mechanically inclined guy and worked on cars all the way through high school. He had a friend that was in the trucking business that had a little truck tire retreader. And this friend and him decided they would try to get some softer rubber and retread some of these ambulance tires he had. And they retreaded a couple of them, and he went out, and it was a big performance improvement. And in racing, anytime anybody does anything, and they run a little faster, everybody knows, they're all in the pits together, they look at each other, they notice he had this retreaded tire on the right rear. And pretty soon he won a few more races, and guys wanted to buy him. And so it got to where my dad was spending more time making these simple retreads than he devoting to the race car. So they decided they'd get out of racing, sold the race car, and started making race tires, just retreaded tires right in South Bend, Indiana. But with his constant vision of improving racing, making a better product for racing, and it just was focused on tires.
Today, Hoosier Tire operates out of 2 facilities, with administrative services in Lakeville, Indiana, and an expansive manufacturing facility in Plymouth that employs hundreds of highly skilled researchers, chemists, analysts, technicians, manufacturing and racing professionals, and the very latest R&D and manufacturing technology. But the commitment and vision of this husband and wife team holds true, in spite of the fact that it's grown to a whole new level. For those that know firsthand the quality, dependability, and performance of Hoosier tires, there's no going back. But for those who have yet to try Hoosiers, the question is, what can Hoosiers do for you? With the unrelenting desire that most drivers have to do it better, faster, it makes good sense that the one company that takes every challenge you face into account just might be the answer, the edge you're looking for. The ability to ask and answer the question, what if, has helped Hoosier Tire become the largest race tire manufacturer in the world, with over 1,000 types of tires to satisfy the unique needs of drivers under every conceivable condition. From the very beginning, Hoosier Tire recognized that the ability to create tires to their exacting specifications required more than just superior process control. It had to start with a focus on every variable with the potential to impact performance. And it had to include an investment, financial and physical, in controlling those variables. But even control of the quality and purity of raw materials, the pursuit of the most innovative designs, and adherence to the most stringent manufacturing processes, unparalleled quality control, and aggressive performance testing don't ensure that a prospective tire bears the Hoosier name. Performance on the track is the ultimate test.
The product we produce is just that. It's a quality product that people depend on to be there for them each and every time they get in their car. And I feel we produce that quality product for them.
Hoosier Racing Tire is a company that strictly sells racing tires. I mean, that's our lifeblood, that's what we do. We really work with the group that we're associated with. We listen to what their needs are. We can really design and tune a product to meet the needs of that customer. That's our approach. We start from the end user in mind. What is it that they need?
Hoosier Tire continues to move beyond today's limits, setting new ones and then exceeding them. Early on, that commitment meant that Hoosier Tire broke from industry standards to establish their own Hoosier standards for quality and performance. In the 1980s, this commitment included the decision to bring rubber production in-house in order to ensure the level of quality critical to the production of a Hoosier tire.
Our laboratories test and verify all incoming raw materials. Every skid that comes in the dock door, we test. Because, everything has to be within spec. It has to test the same as the last time we received it, so we have a consistent product.
When the rubber hits the road, that's when it matters, and that's when your quality matters.
Hoosier Tire tests its raw materials numerous times before accepting only those that meet the Hoosier standard for quality. And that's only the beginning. With thousands of man-hours invested in producing and evaluating raw materials, it follows that extraordinary attention is focused on superior product design.
What we are always looking to do is improve the tire's performance. Now, performance can be in speed, where you just have an open competition tire that just needs to be faster. It can be durability. In the case of a tire rule, drag racing, it's repeatability in many cases. So what we are looking for in performance improvements or in our field testing depends on the type of racing we're looking at.
Hoosier Tire's quality raw materials and superior design come together under exacting manufacturing standards that include not only superior process control, but rigorous testing and retesting for accuracy, consistency, and quality throughout the process.
It's important to us that the 4 tires you buy 30 days from now are identical in performance to the tires you just took off the car. So we work real hard to ensure that consistency. And part of it's from the design process. We design tires so that they're repeatable.
The racer, whoever it may be, buys a certain tire today. 6 weeks from now, they have to have that same consistency. It can't grain up. It has to be able to wear correctly. So it's really customer driven.
It's important to control the manufacturing process to ensure that the product performs consistently and predictably out in the field. We need to be able to have our product repeatable, and our drivers have come to expect that from our products.
Stringent control of manufacturing processes helps to ensure that every Hoosier tire is built to Hoosier standards. But Hoosier Tire goes beyond even superior process control to ensure nothing but the best make it to the track.
The racer needs to know that there are quality checks from the very beginning to the very end, till the tire actually gets put on a semi and sent to the track. And we start with the smallest ingredients to the finished product.
Hoosier's reputation for consistently delivering quality tires that accurately meet driver specs is second to none. But customer satisfaction also requires the ability to deliver what drivers need when they need it. Hoosier's investment in expanded manufacturing capacity and increased inventory has made it possible for Hoosier to provide warehouse distributors with the industry's highest fill rate, helping to ensure that drivers have access to the products they need, even on short notice. No doubt, experience means Hoosier's team understands the demands of the industry, while state-of-the-art technology and the combined skills of highly qualified and committed employees make it possible for Hoosier to meet those demands. But it's the relationships that are built with each customer that make it possible for Hoosier to understand individual needs. and satisfy them.
The first thing you have to do is make sure they understand that we're listening to their needs. We are interested in their requirements, the needs of their application. And once we do that, and once they're comfortable knowing that we are going to respond by listening to the needs, they tend to open up and help us develop a better product.
Why would a company that has seen such phenomenal success through the years work so hard to redefine racing tire technology from the inside out and produce tires that exceed industry expectations? And why would they make it their mission to provide a level of professionalism and service that is second to none? The commitment and vision of the Newton family is understandably one reason Hoosier Tire has remained steadfast. But there's something else that no other tire manufacturer can bring to the process. A team that shares the vision and the pride.
There's an extreme sense of pride throughout our organization, one that so much so that you can feel.
I feel a tremendous amount of pride in the product we make here at Hoosier Tire. I've been with the company starting into my 20th season, and each and every year we've got bigger and stronger and better as a whole. Producing a racing tire is not an easy thing, but our employees really pull together every day to come through with a quality product.
Our main goal, we see every customer as a potential champion, and we work real hard to try to help them fulfill that potential.
We're the best in what we do, and it's satisfying to us to see our product be number one.
The sense of pride and craftsmanship goes into every tire we make. You can just feel it, and it doesn't matter if the tire's for a world-class race team or a Saturday night short track driver trying to make it to the big time. The same pride and quality and craftsmanship goes into each and every tire we make.
You can measure the success when the checkered flag falls. When it falls on a Hoosier tire, there's a lot of proud people that were involved in making that.
Bob and Joyce Newton built their family business on a commitment to produce tires of the highest quality. They went beyond the standards of the day to create a higher standard that would keep them reaching for higher levels of performance. Today, hundreds of Hoosier Tire employees help them meet those standards and exceed them every day.
I believe we truly do produce tires designed for champions.
We make racing tires, and we want Hoosier to make the best.
Hoosier Tire, tires designed for champions.